Hello students, today we will be discussing about one of the important concepts related with class 11 business studies, that is commerce and its types. So what is commerce? Commerce, it is covering all the activities. It is basically related with the distribution or the exchange of the goods and services. Because there are number of hurdles, obstacles in the way of the distribution of goods and services, like the production of goods are taking place at one place and their consumption is taking in different parts of the country. We have to produce the goods, we have to get the funds for producing the goods, we have to cover the risk related with any type of disaster or calamity. So there are number of obstacles which are being faced. So commerce helps us in removing all the obstacles. So we will discuss all these things right here now. So commerce is basically divided into parts. The first part that is related with trade. Trade simply means the buying and selling of goods and services, or the exchange of goods and services. In this trade, again we have got parts. Trade means it can be internal and it can be external. So trade is of two types, internal as well as external. When we are talking about internal trade, we are talking about those type of trading activities which are done within a boundary of a particular nation. So again it covers the activities like wholesale trade and retail trade. So again trade is divided into two parts, that is internal and external, and internal again divided into two parts, wholesale and retail. Wholesale trade means that buying of goods in the bulk quantity from the producer and then selling it to the retailer in the small quantities as needed by them. The wholesale trade is done by the wholesaler. He buys the goods on credit, so cash, and then supply the goods on credit to the retailer as per their needs and requirements. Then comes retail trade, another type of trading activity in which the retailer, he buys the goods from the wholesaler in the quantity demanded by the retailer. The wholesaler gives the goods and then the retailer sells those goods to the ultimate consumer as per their needs and requirement. So retailer, he takes the goods from the wholesaler, then he provides the goods to the consumer. Now we move to external trade. In external trade, we have got three trading activities. First is import. In this kind of activity, what we are doing, we are importing the goods or buying the goods from some other country. Some other foreign countries, we are buying the goods for the consumption in our own country. So this particular process is known as import trade. Then we have got export. This is the trading activity in which we are selling the goods to some other country. So when we are selling the goods to some other country, that is known as export. Third one is interport. in this type of trading activity, we are importing the goods from one foreign country and then exporting the same goods to another foreign country. We are not consuming those goods, but we import those goods directly for the purpose of selling the goods to the other country. The objective is not to consume that goods. So that type of trading activity is known as interport trade. Now we move to the next part of the commerce, that is related with auxiliary to trade. And in auxiliary to trade, we will be discussing about all those sectors of the business without which the smooth functioning of business is not possible. These are various service providing sectors which help in removing the number of obstacles which we have discussed. In that we have got transportation, one of the sectors which helps in removing the obstacle related with the place, that is the movement of goods from one place to another place, because the goods are produced at one particular place and then we have to distribute the goods to the different centers throughout the country, so we need a good transportation system. Then banking and other financial institutes which help in removing the various obstacles related with the fund. The banker provides the loan for the smooth running of the business. The bankers also provide various facilities like collection of money, collection of checks, providing the credit facility, then other form of agency services. So all these type of services which are being provided by the banking or the financial institutions remove the obstacle related with fund. Then comes insurance. In order to run the business without any fear of risk, there is a need of getting that risk covered. So that risk of the business is covered by the insurance company. So all types of risks related with the losses of the goods, losses of any machinery or the assets of the business is covered by the insurance company by charging a nominal amount of premium from the businessman. So this gives the freedom of doing the business without any fear to the businessman. So it covers your risk. Okay. Then comes, that is warehousing, another servicing providing sector. In warehousing, we are talking about especially the storage of goods. This creates a time utility in the goods because goods are produced throughout the year, but their consumption is taking place at a certain time period in the year. So we have to maintain the supply of the goods in the market on the regular basis, and that thing will take place only if we will keep the goods with safety, and the safety is provided by the warehousing services. Then comes advertising. In order to provide the information about the goods or spread the awareness in the consumer about the goods related with their quality, related with their use, or how the goods will be working when the producer is bringing certain sort of goods in the market. So all these types of information ultimately helps in creating the demand of the goods in the market. It is also one of the sales promotion activity. So advertisement helps in removing the obstacle which is related with the spreading of information. All the informations are clearly given by the proper media of advertisement by the businessman. So these are various auxiliaries to trade. So overall what we can see that we have discussed that what is commerce, and then the commerce is divided into two parts, trade and auxiliary. So I hope this discussion will help you in the clear understanding about the concept of commerce and its types. Thank you and have a nice day.